If you're here looking for anyone from Gallifrey, then I'm sorry to say this isn't a Doctor Who game. It is, however, a Rare game. When you think Milton Bradley, you probably don't think of Nintendo. You're more likely to think of board games like Mousetrap, Candyland, or Crossfire! But they did publish quite a few Nintendo games, like California games. And of course the platforming, action-adventure, time-traveling, isometric-ish game with balls, Time Lord. The game starts and you immediately try going right. After about 1 foot, you hit an invisible wall. Well, this is off to a good start. Left it is. The first enemy is a random alien, and definitely isn't an Ood. Stop trying to compare this to Doctor Who. The game is simple enough. You punch, you kick, or you jump. But then you add a whole new dimension. This one. So I have to collect the orbs hidden around the stage. Why? Well, according to the story, it's to stop the aliens from changing the course of Earth's history. I mean, look at this guy. Stop changing history, you hooligan! The first stage isn't anything special. You're in what I believe is an alien ship. Now, it's a rather small ship given the fact that all the orbs are in such close proximity. Apparently traveling through time and space doesn't require a very large ship. Remember that you travel through time in this game, which means you get to see a bunch of different time periods. Medieval times, the Old West, war, a pirate ship, and the same looking spaceship from level 1. Let's start with medieval times. That sounds like a lot of fun. Now, I know what you're thinking. We'll have to fight knights and evil kings and save a fair maiden, right? Nope. You see, that would be cool. Instead, we have to collect mushrooms. Now, that can't be all you do in this level, I hear you say. And you're right. There are things to fight, like, garden gnomes. And, weird ugly Cupid monsters that want to drop balls on you. Eventually you run into what I can only describe as being a flattish pumpkin. And guess what it gives you? A sword! Because video game logic. Once again, the point of this level is to find all the orbs that are missing around the stage. Now, this is no easy task because this game doesn't like to explain things to you. Watch this example. Look where I'm standing and jumping. Just a normal jump. But if I move up just the tiniest bit, all of a sudden, I get to jump way higher. Good luck figuring that one out on your own. Anyways, it looks like there's an orb up in that weird floating castle in the sky. And no, I don't mean your castle in the sky there, Miyazaki. The boss of this stage is a dragon. Now, he's way too easy. All you do is stand in the middle of where he jumps and swing away. I'm a hero now, right? This is what I have to do. Right? The dragon dies and, well, this. Or maybe this. Now we're in the old West. Cue that tumbleweed and guitar twang. One thing I should point out is that despite how awesome the music is, it really doesn't match the Old West. I would say this is more akin to Battletoads. Whoa, what's going on here? I think there's a very angry blacksmith in there. In this stage, you can pick up both a gun and a shotgun. Now you better get both because you're gonna need them. So here's an orb that I need to collect. How do I get it? Well, I can't jump up to it. I can't jump over to it. So what do? Well, along the same vein as the last level, you better start trying everything you possibly can. So this is what you do. Stand over here on the barrels and jump at the orb. Then repeatedly shoot the orb to give yourself another small boost. How are you ever supposed to know this? I do love how the world starts raving when you shoot it though. Once we get all the orbs, we make it to the boss and... Man, you'd think with this type of stereotyping we'd be playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Now we're on a ship. This level is when things start getting really confusing. For instance, why are there cavemen on a ship with swords? Not only that, but trying to collect the orbs is really hard. Some of them you need to skip entirely and come back for later. Which is stupid. In this level, you can either get a sword or a throwing knife. This is looking awfully familiar now. I feel like I've seen this somewhere else before. The boss of this level is a clam. Yes, a clam. Also, he's basically impossible. He takes, and I kid you not, 32 knife hits. Now, why is this boss so much more difficult to beat than the others? It seems fishy. Level 5 is supposed to be a war zone, but it's hard to tell considering the graphics in the scene are just so complex. All those 2 colors. Flawless. In this level, you get a grenade. It's the dumbest weapon in the game because, well, you throw it and it doesn't stop. So, will they ever explode, or no? Well, it turns out you have to detonate the grenades where you want them to explode. It's not very easy to time, especially when things are moving around. Now, this game is really good at making you feel like you're just terrible at video games, despite playing them your whole life, whether it be sucking at figuring out these cryptic orb puzzles, or just dying over and over again to the endless barrage of stuff coming at you. The boss of this level is a soldier. Based on his posture, I would probably call him Corporal Curved Spine. Now, if you thought it took a long time to kill the clam in the last level with 32 knife throws, well, Sergeant Scoliosis over here takes 41 grenades. Finally, we're at the last stage, which is inside of an alien ship. Again. Before I go any further, I do have to give this game some props. The soundtrack in this game is pretty awesome. I mean, it's no Silver Surfer, Mega Man, or even Batman in terms of the soundtrack, but it's still really good. This stage, you get the best weapon in my opinion, which is a seeker missile that will find enemies and kill them for you. It's convenient against the end boss, which is literally the hardest boss yet. It's whatever that is. I don't even have a great name for it. We're gonna call it Susie. Susie here is the 3-stage boss. First stage, it'll move up and down, shooting at you what I can only describe as being a bonsai tree. After you take out Susie's first form, she drops her weird skull bottom thing, and she starts floating around the room, slowly coming after you. Then, during the final stage, all the weird Susie heads start flying around, causing pandemonium. Now you need to kill all 3 individual heads in order to win. No easy task, mind you. You have saved the Earth and driven the evil aliens from our planet. We must guard against their return. For the present, we go forth in peace and tranquility. Wait, what? Didn't you just say you need to guard against their return? Doesn't creating a giant army to better fight them next time negate the peaceful effects you're trying to achieve? And for that matter, why bother being better prepared next time? This time, a single guy was able to save the day by finding weapons and pumpkins. I don't know. Hey everybody, thank you so much for liking and commenting on this episode of Retrosode. If you liked what you saw, remember to hit that subscribe button. Or you can check out my last episode on the adventures of Bayou Billy by clicking over there. First off, I just want to give a huge thank you to GamesYouLoved.com. Seriously guys, go check out GamesYouLoved.com. It's a community of retro video gamers based out of the UK with people all over the world, including myself. Super awesome guys, always been super nice and helpful to me as a small-time YouTuber and want to see me grow. So, as a thank you, guys, seriously, go check them out. They've got a cool YouTube page, Twitter, Facebook. They've got all of that kind of stuff. Go check them out. Huge thank you to you guys. Next off, I just want to say a couple of things. So as you can tell, I'm back and making videos. This is another video that I have made since I've come back in which I've said that I was going to be making videos, and I am. But the point I'm trying to make is more videos are going to be coming down the pipe. A lot of cool things going to be happening, so check it out and stay tuned and hit that subscribe button if you didn't. And bye-bye. I'm really bad at goodbyes.